Okay. Well, here's my next video that I'm doing for my channel. It's nothing fancy, but I just wanted to give a little update. Decided to start working on the next part of the story in the Menard saga that I'm writing. Now, this story isn't exactly Menard. It does tie in with the Menard saga in the sense that it prepares the story, gives you a little bit of the backstory that you need for one of the characters in a short story that I already wrote for the Menard saga, if that makes sense. Basically, this is a character that was introduced in the Menard saga that I'm going to say this character does play a pretty big role in the story that I already wrote. And if I'm given the, what do you call it, the, creative license, that's it, to, tie things into some fan films that have already been made for the Menard saga, this character is going to have a pretty big part, once again, in that saga. But to be able to play that part in the later episodes or short stories or whatever you want to call them, I need to get this chapter written about that character's life. You know, to kind of set things up, give some explanation of a little bit of why they acted the way that they did in the story that is already written. You know, and build it up to the conclusion of this particular chapter in the story, how I'm envisioning it. I'm really hoping that Vance will like the direction that I'm going to with this character. Granted, he is the creator of the Menard character. I'm just the guy that gets to play in the little sandbox that he created and, you know, add some embellishments, you know, things to help flesh out the character a little bit more than he already has, but still stay in line with who Eric Menard really is. That being said, I've got some possible ideas later on for some mirror universe storyline. You know, since he went there, I'm a big fan of the mirror universe. You know, a lot of my friends already know that. Some of y'all might not, but don't know if you can see, I'm not trying to show anything off untoward or anything like that, but, you know, right there, I've had that tattoo on my leg for years, because I am a big fan of the Mirror Universe stories. You know, I hope I didn't scare anybody off with my leg there and showing too much skin or something, but, sorry, just had to show that tattoo. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to incorporate the Mirror Universe, but that's later on. Right now, like I said, I want to try to write a believable and compelling backstory for one character that was introduced in the short story that I wrote that's called Starport Orchard. Blah. Starport Orchard. That will be released. That's up to Vance. We've talked a little bit about that, about how he wants to release it, how he wants to go forward with it. He did like the story, and it will be released at some point on his Facebook page for everything Eric Menard. Upcoming stories that I write for Menard or in the Menard timeline, storyline, whatever you want to call it, will most likely be released on that Facebook page also. It's just a matter of getting them out of here and into the computer behind the camera. Not the small one, the bigger one. Because the smaller one, that keyboard's tiny for these big old hands. The other one, regular size keyboard. I've had this Old Faithful for, probably about 8 years. Yeah, it's got some scratches and dings, and the disk drive doesn't work. I can't use Microsoft Word on it because I don't have the appropriate license for it or anything like that, so I have to make do with the OpenOffice or the Word pad. I don't have Word on any of my computers, unfortunately, but hey, you make do with what you got. Like I said, just wanted to give that update, make a new video, get everybody excited, hyped up. Personal life-wise, I did have a second interview yesterday at a position that is nothing like what I've done before, but I'm really excited about it. I'm jazzed for it. It sounds like a great opportunity. Just waiting for them to go through all of their stuff that they have to do after the second interview and HR and all that. Figure if I don't hear from them by, say, today's Tuesday, so say Thursday, I'll go ahead and give them a call and be like, hey, what's up, please, to start pretty soon, pretty cool, learn some new stuff. Let's see, what else is there? I've got a couple other feelers out, possibilities. I've called back to a company that I applied to about a week and a half ago that's a little bit closer than the other one. But I've heard that right now they're going through some personnel issues. I don't know. got a couple of friends looking out for me, trying to hook me up with something. What is it saying? Recording while charging. Ding dong phone. Possibly something else will come up. I just need one. That's all. One full-time job. That's it. I'm not picky. There are certain things that I can't do, but there's a lot that I still can do. Let's see. I've started collecting up some props that I was asked for to help in some upcoming filming. Some props I do have. Some I know that I have, but I'm still looking for them, so I'm not sure exactly where they're at. I know I've got them, but finding them, that's the tricky part. Let's see. What else? Spot is choosing not to be up here with me right now. I'm not sure why. He's probably chowing down or something. It's kind of surprising because he's usually up here when I'm playing around on the phone. Because he's like, Daddy, what are you doing? You're not paying attention to me. You know how cats are. Let's see. Getting more hours at my part-time job, so that's good. So I've at least got a trickling of income coming in. Let's see. Definitely, before I forget, haven't forgot about you. I want to give a shout out to my first subscriber, numero uno, not two, one, Rick Cole. You're awesome, dude. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for, getting the word out about my page. I know you said there was some trouble with the first video loading. Hopefully that's gotten fixed by now. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with YouTube because I've never posted on it before. This is all new to me, so if I'm doing something wrong, I hope I'll find out soon so I can fix it. Let's see. What else is there? I think that's about it for right now. So I'm going to see if I can get the creative juices that are kind of rattling around in here, put them down on this computer here to start some of that backstory, get that going, and hopefully have that, I'm not the fastest writer, but hopefully have that able to be released to y'all out there, sometime in the next couple of months, and we'll see where it goes. Take it easy. Peace out. Z-Man, thank you for letting me play in your playground. I know it's, CBS and Paramount. They're the ones that created Star Trek. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. But you are the one, in my opinion, who revitalized the fan film genre. You have created a rich little playground. You've shown people that, hey, you know what? These guidelines, some people may think they're the worst thing ever. Some people may think they're the best thing. There's all sorts of different opinions on the fan film guidelines, but you're the one that showed people that they can work, that you can still tell a compelling story within the confines of those guidelines and not upset CBS or Paramount or any of the powers that be like that. still give the fans something that they want to see, and still pay tribute to everything that came before. You know, in my opinion, you're awesome. You're an inspiration for that. You're great. Keep it up. And thank you for letting me play in the Menard Sandbox. Wait, that didn't totally sound right. You get what I mean. Alright, guys. See you later. Peace out. Keep geeking on, as Vance always says. And I'll see you when there's a little bit more going on. Later.